For years, the debate on international development has been centered around one fundamental question: aid or trade. While aid has been seen as the main tool for development in developing countries, I stand before you today to advocate for a different approach, one that powers and does not exhaust, and helps foster and maintain sustainable growth through the progressive power of trade. The appeal and draw of aid are undeniable. It offers instant relief, focusing on critical needs such as healthcare, education. Yet, aid often creates a cycle of dependency on donors, trapping nations in a web of donor reliance. Therefore, instead of empowering, it innervates, which stifles innovation and discourages self reliance. As Jeffrey Sachs himself concedes, aid can be addictive like a drug. Trade, on the other hand, is a powerful cure, not an addictive disease. It is the powerhouse of the economic growth and the heart of vibrant societies. When trade barriers are opened, opportunities flourish. Goods and services are traded for each other, fostering competition to breed excellence. Consumers benefit from more choices and cheaper prices, while producers are motivated to innovate and improve efficiency. This is not just a theory, it's a story written in the records of development success. In the case of Vietnam, it was once a poster child for foreign aid. Vietnam embraced the trade liberalization in the late 1980s, and the results have been astonishing. Poverty rates have plummeted from 58% in 1993 to 3.9% in 2018. Exports have gone through the roof, transforming Vietnam into a manufacturing hub. This is not an isolated example. Across the globe, countries like Bangladesh, India, and China have lifted millions out of poverty by investing in the power of trade. Another successful example is Bangladesh's textile industry, which started in the late 1970s when Nurul Khader pioneered the development of the Bangladesh clothing industry. Nurul Khader sent trainees to South Korea in 1978 to learn how to create ready-made clothing. Bangladesh has the second biggest piece of clothing industry on the planet. Vietnam contends straightforwardly with Bangladesh in the material business. Ready-made articles of clothing are the biggest material product from Bangladesh. This incorporates things like sweaters, t-shirts, pants, and coats, as indicated by the Worldwide Exchange Organization. The ready-made clothing areas involve more than 80% of the absolute commodities from Bangladesh. In the financial year of 2000 and 2021, ready-made clothing trades delivered 31.46 billion for Bangladesh. Bangladesh capitalized on its strength, a large, low-cost workforce, proximity to raw materials like cotton, and government support through incentives and infrastructure development. This offered a competitive edge in producing clothes at affordable prices, particularly for basic garments like t-shirts and sweatshirts. This price competitiveness drew international brands and retailers, further fueling the demand and investment. Of course, the road to trade-led development is not without its challenges. Least developed countries often lack the infrastructure and productivity capacity to compete effectively in the global marketplace. This is where targeted interventions come into play. Instead of perpetuating dependence through donations and handouts, aid should be used to strategically target these obstacles. Investments in education and skills development can equip workforces with the right set of tools to compete in the global marketplace and also thrive in the global economy. Upgrading infrastructure such as pipes, roads, buildings, and communication networks can connect producers to the markets and facilitate the flow of goods and services. But let me be clear. These interventions should not be about picking winners or twisting markets. They should be temporary, targeted, and transparent, paving the way for sustainable private sector-led growth. The ultimate goal is not to create aid recipients, but to create traders, empowered individuals who can leverage trade's potential to build better lives for themselves and their communities. Some might argue that trade presents risk, presenting developing nations with abuse and out-of-line rivalry. These worries are genuine. However, they can be successfully tended to through all-round economic accords and strong administrative systems. Trade progression doesn't need to be a rush to the bottom. It very well may be a rush to the top. Whenever combined areas of strength and natural guidelines safeguards the two laborers and the planet. In conclusion, the time has come to move beyond the tired debate of aid versus trade. The path to prosperity in developing nations lies not in well-intentioned but often counterproductive clutches of aid, but in the invigorating embrace of trade. Let us dismantle the walls that impede commerce, invest in the foundations of a thriving market economy, and empower individuals to become agents of their own development. Through trade, not aid, can we build a future where every nation has the opportunity to reach its full potential and contribute to a prosperous and equitable world. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Hussein Ali Al-Anazi.